I'm master of the ring, it's no big thing. With my weapon I swing, pain that I bring would make the bard sing. Some called me the king, but you don't have to call me that. It was the name the fans had for me, you know. You can call me Lokag, or just buy me another beer. I don't tell any lies, I'm massive in size. I think it's quite wise when my hammer flies. The naughty goblin dies, the pretty lady cries, but I can compromise, because I'm really cool and like to do my thing, you know. You can call me Lokag, or just buy me another beer. I can dance a jig, I can laugh real big, I can snap you like twig, put you in the brig. I don't wear a wig, I do eat like a pig, though please not that fig. I'm really not a fan of those day-type fruits, you know. You can call me Lokag, or just buy me another beer. I lead the group, cause I'm the poop. If you want the scoop, I'll keep you in the loop. Be part of my troop, then I'll give you really big hugs and stuff, because I do that with people I like, you know. You can call me Lokag, or just buy me another beer.
But me, I'm chaos. Some love order, but I'm out of control. I don't fit in, but that doesn't matter. Never wanted anything different anyway. I'm happy this way. I'm free, vermin lady for life, with a bow and a knife. A vermin lady brings death. Don't get in my way. I know the hidden paths, I'm under your feet. You look right past me, you don't even see, but that's fine by me. I got no use for your civilized ways that never look fun to me anyhow. I'm happy this way. I'm free, vermin lady for life, with a bow and a knife. A vermin lady brings death. Don't get in my way. Yeah, I like rats. Yeah, I like cheese. Yeah, I smell bad. I probably have fleas again. Some call me girl, some call me liar. Some call me thief, some call me for hire. You can call me that's my name, don't use it in vain, or your future will be filled with a swarm of rats. I'm happy this way. I'm free, vermin lady for life, with the bow and a knife. A vermin lady brings death. Don't get in my way.
You won't see me coming, I disappear for fun. The name's clear for me and the shadows are one. I'm after a bounty, won't help them to run. They'll notice me
This coffee is a bit cold for my liking. People what live in comfortable homes with pretty gardens, they just never get to see much of the world. Me? I go everywhere, get hired to run down scum for money, but also 'cause I don't like 'em much. You won't see me coming, I disappear for fun. Name's Cliff, me and the shadows are one. I'm after a bounty, won't help them to run. They'll notice me when I fire my gun. I don't usually have a posse. Group I'm with now, though, ain't so bad. There's even times when they don't shoot first. Well, better than most, I suppose. You won't see me coming, I disappear for fun. Name's Cliff, me and the shadows are one. I'm after a bounty, won't help them to run. They'll notice me when I fire my gun. I never signed up for this big rock full of goblins falling from the sky. Well, if someone has to step up and protect these folks, might as well be me. They probably can't afford to pay me what I'm worth, but hey, life's an adventure. I really need to remake this coffee. You won't see me coming, I disappear for fun. Name's Cliff, me and the shadows are one. I'm after a bounty, won't help them to run. They'll notice me when I fire my gun. See you folks back in the square.
X once ruled in Kulain's hall. His light was brightest of them all. Fate's cruel knife in sudden strife severed his faith, ruined his life. Long he wandered, heart turned stone, in endless dark, his soul alone. Hollow days turned endless night, no way back to the light. He fell against the gale, abandoned, lost and pale. In blackness, terror stride. All he did was hide. He dwelled in black and void. His life's work was destroyed. With the final mournful wail, he crossed the shadow veil. Hold veil.
There's more for you to do, she said, and he was turned away. journey racked him. His skin turned ashen gray. She gave him ancient lore, miracle of widden root. He bound his soul with arcane tattoos, inked from head to foot.
Has he found purpose once again? Helping, healing, blessing, guiding, making others. Now he stands against the gale, guiding souls across the veil. Through mist and fear he strides, balancing the sides. Among the alleys, cold and bleak, I learned to stand up for the meek. Never one to start a fight, now called to bridge its light. When that stone dropped on Arabelle, they had me headed for a cell. Bridget made her first demand to break my chains and make a stand. I'm champion of Bridget's might. I carry her flame shining bright. Justice by day, peace by night. I vow to make this right. Once an urchin, now I glow with the strength that will not fade. I don't know why she chose me, but I'm glad to be her blade. I won't forget my former life, filled with hunger, pain, and strife. For those abandoned and alone, I'll be your hearth and home. I'm champion of Bridget's might. I carry her flame shining bright. Justice by day, peace by night. I vow to make this right.
He's got the mind to build a land, every creature, spell, and grain of sand. To Arabelle, where life was grand, he brought the stone, now take a stand. Maps and dice, he lays it down. Are we enough to save the crown? A twist of fate, a roll of chance. In Feanor's domain, do stories dance? Come join this world where magic flies through caverns dark and open skies. His crafted dreams for us to roam, an epic quest to save our home. He speaks with voices old and wise. Goblins roam and heroes rise. With every turn a new surprise, brought to us to family.
fantasize. From dusty tomes and ancient lore to battles fierce and treasures more, you've got a place, an open door. Adventure calls you can't ignore. Join Faina's world where magic flies through caverns dark and open skies. His crafted dreams for us to roam, an epic quest to save our home. Home.
All right, we should be good. Welcome and welcome back, Mythlanders. Thanks for joining us again for session 31 of Goblin Stone. Our heroes are still in intense combat at the docks. After taking out a group of bugbears and a bugbear priest, a few veteran hobgoblin soldiers, and surviving that combat pretty well, clearing out a number of these. Some of the enemy have set nearby buildings on fire, trying to sort of drive the heroes back, keep them from their goal, which seems to have been to lay grapples out, throw them onto the gunwales of the ship, and draw it closer to the broken docks. The hobgoblins have since boarded the ship, driving many of the surviving defenders down below decks. Millie, charging into combat, was taken out, is now unconscious and bleeding on the docks, so far unknown to the heroes, who are still embroiled in combat with one, what's clearly a leader among the hobgoblins, some sort of, sub-captain, perhaps. A globe of darkness has been erected. Lokag has been knocked out but brought back up. And our Tar and Wynn and the halfling Uton have made their way into combat. Clifford is standing on a wall of stone erected by another one of the hobgoblins, a mage who is wielding the Staff of Ogma, one of the relics of Arabelle that was looted by the goblins when the stone fell down around the indestructible tower, punching through the bottom of the stone itself. Our heroes don't yet know that Millie is unconscious, but they have not heard a report from her. No shouting back. And in a moment, I'll bring us over to the map, and so you all can, get an idea, can see what's happening. The ship, clearly a pirate ship, seems to be captained by a tall woman with gleaming sort of silver blonde hair and silver chainmail. She's ushered them below decks and is sort of holding that door against the hobgoblins. This was after a cannon was fired into the ship, taking out several of the hobgoblins and perhaps giving them some pause before they go any further. X is continuing to sort of, provide a lot of support, coming into combat, drawing people out, raising people, making a few attacks here and there. Helena and her ratkin swarm has continued to fire off shots of gleaming light from her silver crossbow that she found in the Tower of Ogma. Her swarm of ratlings is fewer in number, about 4 left in the swarm, where there were about 12 to start with. The halflings and one of the halflings and the 2 gnomes, Uten and Tar and Win, respectively, have come into melee combat. And the shady halfling known as Palin has vanished from the globe of darkness, or at least has not entered combat. You all, the heroes, kind of ceased to hear him moving about. So it's not too surprising, as the party does not trust him, knows that he was some way in league with Baraduin, the she-stone mutated bard that they quickly and bloodily killed in the top floor of the inn in the square itself. And where we come back to combat is just right there in that moment. Just a few moments ago, Millie has dropped unconscious from the fire of the concentrated fire of hobgoblins. That cannon has just exploded, and the rest of the survivors have gone down below decks. There might be some plan that the captain has, but you all don't know yet what it is. You all have only heard the heroes in the globe of darkness and around it. Hidden, the ship is hidden from sight by that stone wall erected by the hobgoblin magi. And so far it's been a pretty intense combat, but our heroes have done incredibly well, much better than they did the last time they encountered hobgoblins. But still, many more times the number of hobgoblins they'd encountered below the stone. A concerted and tremendous effort and a focus was made on the part of the stone to bring this many hobgoblins and bugbears to the ground, into the fray. So this is important to them, and this is important to our up-and-coming heroes of our heroes of the square, the new heroes of Arabelle. So, now that we are updated a bit, what did I leave out? Did I leave out any important points, gang? Anything that you all think is worth mentioning, or any clarifying questions for me? All right. So, just for a couple of minutes, let's talk about what you all think the best move is. Obviously within what your characters know. So what's Lokag, or Big Bri? What are you thinking the move is? Or at the very least for Lokag.
Well, I think Lokag is probably going to try and deal with this goblin in front of him. I think he's going to have to try and approach pretty cautiously here. So he's definitely hurting, and we're going to need something spectacular to happen with this ship. So definitely going to try and figure that out as we get closer.
Okay, heck yeah. Helena, what about you? Any thoughts for Helena?
She doesn't really think in these moments. She is much more about instinct, and the instinct is to chew through whatever barriers exist between herself and Millie. So a little reckless, perhaps this instinct is.
Well, she's
You
got to
never know.
protect her ratlings, right?
Yeah, she and also there needs to be a little mini funeral for all the rat that served. We'll take care of that later. We got it. We have to keep fighting the battle, but yeah, that's Berlinus.
Nice. Okay. Well, what about Clifford?
Yeah, Cliff is. Cliff wants to swashbuckler this. He wants to chase them down and just get up on the top of the ship and just start like blowing them all up from above. That's his like aspiration. But initially, I think he's going to want to take out this goblin in the darkness while he has the advantage. So he'll probably stick to taking this guy out before running off to see what's going on with everyone else, and he'll report to everyone, what he knows, what he saw when he peeks out. So he'll just do a free peek. But that's kind of the plan: is scout and hopefully stop the goblin and run after the ship.
Perfect. Okay. Well, what about X?
There are a lot of things here that need to die. So, I mean, X's thing is all about getting these scales balanced, right? So he's forward, upward, kill as many of these things as we can get. That's his goal, for sure.
Okay. Heck yeah. And as Millie currently unconscious, but if Millie, say, is brought back up in the next few minutes, what are Millie's thoughts on what's next? Or what are Joe's thoughts on what's next?
There's a huge ship of hobgoblins and this druid creature right there. So might be figuring out how to go after Sightbinder over there.
Might be a good idea. He's armed with a very powerful relic, and he's just getting used to it. You all can kind of get the sense. At least X, you know that this staff is capable of moving earth, creating small earthquakes, and even summoning meteors, shaping stone in various ways, and this sort of the ability to erect or drop stone walls is one of the sort of simplest abilities that the staff has. Well, all right. Double check our flow of combat. All right. So starting back at the top of the order is going to be X. Let me bring us over onto the map. All right, here we are. Oh, one last detail for our viewers, our Mythlanders out there. I've added hit point bars on the screen next to the tokens, just to the bottom right of all the players' cameras. And that'll give an idea of where their hit points are. It'll change color and you'll have the number in there of their current HP. So with no further interruptions, what is X doing?
Gear lag here is still alive, right?
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
All right. And the darkness, the darkness spell is up or down currently?
It's still up. Yeah.
Okay. So I believe I did hide at the end of my last turn around the corner here. So even if you can see in the darkness, hidden still counts as hidden, right? I can hide from him.
It does.
Okay. So that would give me a straight roll on him, I believe, as an attack.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes.
Because you're hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm hidden, but I can't see him, so it's just a straight roll.
Right.
So that's, I think, what X would do. He would close his eyes again, whisper a little prayer to Matcha, just peek around the corner and try to put an arrow where he thinks gear lag last was.
Okay. A 15 is going to miss. You hear a sort of a sound of.
There is.
Go ahead.
Okay, never mind.
Are you blessed? You're not blessed.
Yeah, I've got a bless up and running, but I didn't put it on myself. I've got it on Helena, Clifford, and Locag. So.
Okay. Yeah. So you hear it deflect off of the Gearlike's breastplate. You hit him, but it didn't. You hit him in the armor as opposed to in one of the gaps or in the neck or anything like that.
I'll sneak back around the corner and hide again, and I'll be done.
All right, and next in the order is Helena. You and your rattlings.
Oh. I don't know. Disclaimer, I still have COVID. My brain is a little foggy.
Little brain fog.
Bear with me.
Okay. Well, in your sort of recap, you mentioned chewing through the wall to get to Millie. That
Right.
might be what you decide to do, or you might see X-Fire and change your mind. You said she's going on instinct.
Yeah, you know, that is the push and pull is doing what's reasonable as a player and then what your character would do. And
Right.
I'm gonna have to go with the character.
Yeah.
That's my way.
Good.
So, how would Helena chew through a wall? Is this wall magic?
It's made of stone. It's erected by
Okay.
magic.
You could dig under. Could they dig under it?
It's possible. It's not going to be fast. The sand,
Climb it.
it's sandy, and it's mostly comprised of sand and sort of smallish rocks. It's possible that you could clamber over it.
I think that there might be sort of a comedic moment where she's like literally trying to scratch at it or dig under it, and then she's like, "Oh, that's ridiculous," and then just starts to try to climb over top of it, which I suppose could be acrobatics.
It's going to be athletics, but you can use your dexterity instead. And if acrobatics is the same roll, then yeah, you can use that.
How do I use dexterity instead? 'Cause that's it just says strength.
Okay, that's
I would just do that and then add whatever's the difference between your athletics and dexterity.
But
Oh, okay.
16 is going to do it.
Yeah.
It is going to take to get up on top of the wall. It's going to take 20 feet of your movement. It's 10 feet, and you don't have a climbing speed. So with 20 feet of your movement, sort of 5 to get up to it, and then 25 total of 25 feet could be standing on top of the wall.
Okay. That's my action too.
No, that's just your movement.
No. Oh, okay. I didn't know if climbing was action, but okay. So,
Now, if you have to climb far enough and then it takes your dash, that would be your action, but otherwise, no.
well, I don't think that there's any thing that she can do from this distance, but except try to close it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll use our dash and try to get basically as close to Millie as we can to at least try to scoop her up and swim on out of there, whatever we got to do.
Okay, so 25 feet to the top of the wall. You could use your movement to climb back down, or you could take a d6 of damage to just drop back down.
17 HP.
Did they drop in the water
I think
safely?
Well, it looks like the water more movement.
Yeah.
And then you think that's like shallow right there too. I probably just
Yeah, the first 5 feet is first 5 or 10 feet's pretty shallow. It starts getting deeper around 15 feet out.
I think Helena would be a little haphazard, so we're just gonna take the fall damage to close the gap as much as we can.
Okay.
D6, you said?
Mm-hmm. I went ahead and rolled it. That is 5 points
fine.
of damage.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, put her at 12.
You got another 30 feet of movement or something?
That's what I should have, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. That was all your movement to get to there, I think, to get to the other side of the other side of the wall.
You'd still have 5 feet. It doesn't take any movement to drop.
That's cool.
So you'd have 5 feet more, and then of course your dash, your movement of 30 feet.
So is it different when you're swimming?
Yeah, if you're gonna wade through the water, you're gonna be moving at half speed.
Okay.
Jump,
From that point.
jump a little, maybe.
Yeah.
Part of the way. I don't know.
Yeah, you can jump up to your strength score.
So
Yeah, let's
maybe-
do that. I don't know. I might need some help with the distance here, but
Okay. So you move another
yeah.
10 feet out of your dash. Your strength score, let's see here, it should say. So you can move, call it 15 more feet with that, or 10 feet with that jump.
Okay.
And you could move another 5, or you could have moved at an angle. So let's go back here. So another 10 feet to the north. You could jump another 10 and then move another 5. And you can just see Millie lying on the dock. Still, she's not moving.
Do I even have anything for when I get there? Oh, I got cheese.
There you go.
Yeah.
The good cheese. Well, you still have your bonus action as well if you have a use for it at this point.
I don't believe. Well. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I had any potions or anything. A bit of a character sheet thing happened, so.
A bit of a kerfuffle.
I just know I had good cheeses, so.
Yes, always have good cheeses.
That's canon.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay. You still have your verminkin.
Oh, yeah.
You can hold shift and double left click on the token to open up the stat block. They cannot see in the magical darkness, so they will be rolling at disadvantage if they attempt to attack your lag.
Don't they have their own initiative? They're just going at the same time now.
Let's see here. Oh, they do have their own initiative. That's correct.
Three, so, yeah, I don't know. However you want to do it, but
We can't get it to open. Shift and left click doubled, right?
Yeah, hold shift, double left click.
It might not be tied to the character sheet anymore.
It is. You can also, up in the journal, it should be just one of the few tokens that you can see. It should be a verminkin. Let's see here. Make sure. Yeah, you should be able to see it. In either case, they've got a +4 to hit. You can just go ahead and roll that manually if you want. And
Yeah.
they could do 2d6 + 1 damage if they hit. Again, that's going to be with disadvantage, so you need to roll it twice. Taking the lowest.
2d6.
No, for the d20 +4 for hit first.
Okay.
And you got to roll it twice. Wow.
My babies.
I know. So
My babies.
roll a d6 and let's see if there's if any mishap happens to them.
Oh, my babies.
No. All right, 1.
Rats eat no cag.
Ooh, they provoke an attack of opportunity from Gear Lag. Yeah, Gear Lag swings with his hooked axe. Well, he might... no, he'll go ahead and swing. Thankfully, there are swarms, they're immune to being poisoned. But he does take out 2 more of the rats, leaving just 3, or leaving just 2 in your swarm.
That's criminal.
And we'll go ahead and get rid of their initiative since they went, and we'll put them on your initiative now. Next in the order is Millie. You'll need to try to whisper me that death saving throw.
Right. I have clicked the whisper button. Let's see if it works.
Okay. All right, next in the order. The hobgoblins on board surge toward that door, and several attacks are made. Against the captain, while other hobgoblins continue to shuffle on board, and others, well, they finish off those defenders on the ship. Several swords slash out and finish off those who were defending. The captain takes a couple of light hits on her shoulder. She's unable to get her shield up in time. But she deflects all of the crossbows and the rest of the blades.
Yes.
Defending against, 8 of the veterans themselves, who are all capable of attacking, making multiple attacks. Helena, you can actually see what's going on. For a moment, a brief sort of shimmering silver, like half orb, appears around her, deflecting some of the attacks. Some of them seem to get through whatever this magical defense that she has.
What in Bridget's name?
She raises her blade, she strikes down with a single swing, takes down one of the hobgoblin veterans, one that was already wounded. Likely from you all's attacks. Pressed as she is, she's unable to do much else but just sort of hold that door to the below decks. To the north of her, the hobgoblins continue to move in and sort of now begin crowding in, and some of them, a couple of them taking aim in you all's direction. But Helena, you can see that some of their attention is drawn eastward toward the small island in the midst of the river. Some of them taking aim and firing in that way, in that direction. You hear shouts and screams of frightened townsfolk. There's more people that need to be, need protection on that island.
Like locusts. No, roaches.
You see the mage hold up the staff of Ogma, a sort of silver blue staff. It has an ugly sort of yellow-gray patina that almost flickers and swirls about it. holds the staff up and brings it down. There's a booming thud on the decks, and the ground begins to shake beneath you and your allies' feet. Everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw. At least everyone on or near enough to land. Helena, you can make that with advantage, as being in the water somewhat steadies your feet. You're not as easy to throw off balance. The wall shakes as well. So Lokag, X, and of course Win, Tar, and Uten. Millie?
I was still set to whisper. I got a 17.
Okay. You maintain your footing just fine.
Oh.
The quake does not abate, though. It continues to shake the ground. Helena, you maintain your footing as well with that 15, and X, you are knocked prone. This 15 is the DC.
Well, that doesn't matter. I got a 23 though, technically.
Oh, I see two rolls. I see a 15 and then a 23.
Well, yeah, you told me with advantage.
That's correct. Okay, so you got a 23. Excellent. Just a moment.
I should have done the glasses thing.
Right. At the moment, let's see here. The quake seems to be starting small, but like I said, it doesn't stop after this round. X, you take 2 points of damage from falling. Everyone else takes a single point of damage. I believe. Oh, Clifford, standing on top of the wall, you lose your balance and fall. You can make an athletics check or another dexterity save. Take your pick to try to land on top of the wall instead of dropping.
Oh,
10
my
feet.
save was the wrong roll. My save before was I rolled the dex and I didn't roll the save. I rolled the skill. So
Okay, go ahead and roll that dexterity saving throw then.
yeah, so 15. then.
15.
So-
Okay, so you take a single point of damage and do not fall.
Okay, cool. Got it. Thank you.
Let's see here.
Do I take that single point of damage since I'm raging, or is it rounded down to 0?
It's
I
got
forget how that
at least it's going to be at least one.
Oh,
Okay.
Minimum of 0, or a minimum of 1, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
And as a part of that, I've missed that first group. Gear Lag will also still make an attack.
Yeah, Helena, everyone who made it still lost a point.
So yeah. Gear Lag swings his hooked axe once at Lokag, and then turns to strike at one of the gnomes behind him. For a 24 to hit Lokag.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And he swings. One of the gnomes manages to sort of stumble back, seeing that axe blade come out of the orb of darkness. But these are not public. No other enemies nearby. That's going to be 5 points of piercing damage, and a Constitution saving throw versus poison. You all hear Lokag collapse heavily to the ground. On Lokag's turn, that is going to be a death saving throw. Go ahead and whisper that to me.
I'm not able to update the spreadsheet tracker, but
Okay.
I'll get that for you.
okay, cool.
Actually, let's see here. Let's Gear Lag's bonus action.
Clifford will notice this and yell.
He
Okay,
points-
down!
Actually, yeah, he cannot see you. He can't see X, so he points. He turns to Win, who he swung at and missed, and utters something in deep speech. All right, Lokag.
He's inviting him to a party.
Okay, Lokag, note that on your sheet. And next in the order is Clifford.
No! Oh, he gets really mad. He's gonna lay in the crossbow. He's gonna use. I think he has advantage because he can't see him. So he's gonna lay into him with the crossbow. He's got also has Hunter's Mark on him, as I recall.
I believe you are correct.
To a 21. So that's going to be 12. Plus, I'm going to add the 1d4 for another 4, so that's 16. Plus, he's going to use something that I haven't really used, but this feels like the right time to use it, which is Dreadful Strike, which allows him 3 times per long rest to do an extra 2d6 of damage.
Fantastic.
So that's another 8. So we're looking at 24.
You can feel free to describe or pass as you dispatch Sub-Captain Gearlag.
He doesn't really actually. He says something in Orcish. I mean in Goblin, I think, and he'll say, "I'll see you in hell," basically. So he'll say like, "Ah, stuff roots of fire," and nobody else understands him unless they know Goblin. And he says, "Look, heads down. I'm going after to see what the hell everyone else is running off to." And then he's going to use. I wonder if can he use his object interaction to just drop a rope down so people can climb up. Here.
Well,
does the darkness go away?
The darkness drops.
Darkness goes. Yeah, exactly.
As Gearlag falls. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I would want to if I can throw a rope down as my object interaction, I'd have to draw it and then drop it essentially. Off the edge, so I drop a length of rope off one edge, and then I'm gonna use my move action to run.
Are you just holding on to the rope then, or?
No, I'm just gonna leave it there. But I could hold on to one end of the rope, and actually, I wonder if I can sleight of hand. I know this sounds a little silly, but if he could sleight of hand and wrap it around this post, one of the pier posts, would that make sense? Like he could run and wrap the rope around there so it's tied off real quick. Just do a little loop-de-loop on that.
It's going to take some of your action economy, and you've spent your action and your bonus action. So at least take your bonus action and that sleight of hand check to do so.
Yeah, let's do that, and then I'll use my move.
Did you not spend your bonus action already?
No, I haven't. So I'm using the bonus to kind of mess around. Then I had already had the Hunter's Mark on there, and the I should check and see if Dread Ambusher requires anything. I don't think it does, but. Once per turn, you attack a creature and hit it with the weapon. Yeah, so there's no action on that. So yeah, you still got a bonus.
Okay.
So you use a bonus to do cool stuff like that. That's what they're for.
Right.
So I'll roll my sleight of hand.
Okay.
See how
So if you're dropping down, or are you climbing down?
I'm gonna climb down because I have a climb speed. So I'll just sort of run down the wall.
Nice. Okay.
I'll hop the last 5 feet. So it's like 5 feet a wall. So it's 10 feet to get
Good for just a spry old man.
Oh yeah. He stays healthy. So that's like 15. So he'll go to there is the farthest he'll be able to get, and then he'll tie the rope off there for anyone who wants to climb over, and that's the end of his move. That's all he's got.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. All right, next is Tar and Win. Since Millie is down, Joe, what do you think their next move is?
They are probably going to seek somebody to give them orders because they really don't like getting into the mix.
True enough. Everyone has vanished around the wall.
Yep, getting to height is probably their go-to. That's what I would think, getting to a point where they can inspect and observe what's going on and where they're needed.
Okay, Win shouts at Tar, who moves to scamper up the wall.
They use the buddy system.
Yeah, one can help the other.
Quick, climb on my shoulders. Jump.
Alright, Tar manages to scamper up. Maybe he sort of rapidly signing behind him what he sees. And Wynn translates. Hobgoblins on deck, no sign of Millie. Helena and Clifford moving in. Then of course Tar reaches down, reaches a hand, and sort of pulls. Or no, let's see here. She would likely spend her just her bonus action to hide. So Joe, if you want to roll a d20 for her.
Only a 5.
All right, so not the best stealth check in the world. And go ahead and roll one for Uten as well, who kind of crouches down on the side of the wall, and they kind of move around.
Much worse. I don't even know where that dice is on my screen. 2.
Uten scampers past using his movement and bonus action to scamper up onto the docks. Trying to sort of keep the hobgoblins on the other side of this building, trying to hide out there as he moves in. Oh, sorry. Bonus action to hide, movement, and action to move. You all can hear some shouting from below decks. As the captain has shouted something over her shoulder as she fights. The wall is still up. What does X do?
Alright, stand up for prone. Wander over to Lokag. I think that's a short enough distance that I can just get there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use my action to good cheese him right in the face.
Very nice.
And then I have a bonus action rogue. Cunning action, I can do another dash. So
That's
I'll
right.
move another 35 feet. And X ain't gonna climb over the wall at all. He's scared of athletics type things.
He's been burned once,
So
twice.
X just starts making his way around. That's it. Done.
All right. Next in the order then is Helena, wading deeper into the waters. See Millie.
Well, she's definitely going to continue to move in that direction. So yeah, as far as I can get, basically.
Okay. So as long as you're in the water, that'll be double movement. So each square will cost, it'll be 30 to get you to that last point.
Okay.
So you can get to like there, you know.
That's great.
with
Helena's
your-
just not thinking about it. She's booking it, you know?
All right.
I see lots of flashing and, no, wait. None of the sounds, just it's the movements that accompany those sounds.
Okay, so let's see here. As you wade deeper in the water, finally you only have to swim for about 10 feet or so. And I think that's 40 to put you on the dock. 50 to get where you are. You got 10 more and your bonus action if you have any use for it.
I don't think there's anything I can do at the moment.
Another death saving throw from Millie. Okay, go ahead and note that on your sheet. And next, the veterans and the southern group of hobgoblins. The veterans continue to attack, trying to get below decks. They reposition themselves a bit. Bringing more swords to bear. The veterans behind continue to reload their crossbows and fire again. And the captain is starting to look pretty hurt. Still, she deflects multiple bolts and blades. Another shimmering half orb of, just extremely translucent. You almost can't see it unless you're looking right at her. Some sort of shield effect envelops her again. But still, she takes several hits. She shouts in pirate slang, another form of thieves' cant. X, you clearly recognize this. And you urchins, Helena, you might recognize as well. Now, essentially, some sort of plan. Along, just underneath the gunwales, the sort of traps that open up for cannons, several of them open up, and
Nice.
townsfolk, not defenders, wide-eyed, panic-stricken, begin to leap into the waters, diving as far down as they can, or staying up against the sides of the boat, where the hobgoblins can't really bring their crossbows to bear. A few more, let's see here. Hobgoblins also, a few of them raise their crossbows and fire at the captain, but most of those burying themselves in her shield or being deflected by that shimmering silver translucence that surrounds her temporarily. She strikes again with her sword. There is a sort of a small explosion of blue flame from her blade as she wounds one of the hobgoblins. Looks pretty severe, actually. The veteran almost stumbles back, but keeps their footing. That is now on the deck that is slippery with the blood of the defenders. As the defenders begin to some of the, not defenders, but the townsfolk that were on the ship, hidden below, hiding below decks, begin to, tumble out sort of haphazardly into the water. You can hear splashing and stuff, Helena, from the other side, telling you that the same thing is happening on both sides of the ship. The people below decks are abandoning the ship. Killian, the woman says again, "Light fuses!" The hobgoblins don't quite understand this, obviously. Many of them begin to pile to the gunwales left and right, taking aim outward toward the docks on both sides. And Helena, you count 7 hobgoblins who are aiming in your direction. Some perhaps at Millie as well. Four of them fire immediately. The others seem to be sort of readying their actions for you to get, case perhaps if you move. Perhaps they're waiting to attack if you move on the ship. But a 17 and a 16 are the closest ones to hit Helena. And I believe those are both going to hit.
It sounds like it.
It's going to be a total of 11 piercing damage to Helena.
16 is my armor class, so.
Okay.
You said 11?
Mm-hmm. 11 total.
Bye! That's exactly what I had.
Ah, okay. Clifford, you can just barely see Helena, her outstretched arm, appear as she drops down to the decking.
Yeah. God damn it.
Just one moment. Trying to see who can see this. Clifford, you can barely see standing on the standing up on the back of the boat with the staff of Ogma. Hobgoblin raise its staff. As he brings it down again, however, there's a pulse of pure white light. The Hobgoblin screws its eyes shut and shouts in pain.
Ooh.
And for a brief moment, the quaking ceases.
Ooh.
Next in the order is Lokag.
Okay. Lokag is still chewing on this berry. And he's like, dude, the cheese. And he is just like getting up. He is covered in blood, his own and goblin. So it's just a mix of colors. He's holding his midsection and just barely getting up to his feet. And so he's gonna stand up, right, and look up at this wall, and he's gonna have a moment here.
The wall
No one else
crumbles
is
as you
around.
watch.
Oh, the wall crumbles. So as the wall crumbles, right, and this rope falls. That was useless. Thank you, Clay.
Was going to be useful.
Yes, it was. You see a look on his face. He's seriously contemplating, like, he's looking back the other way. He's like thinking about, like, man, this is gonna be tough. And as the wall crumbles, he looks up to the sky and shouts, and just gives out a bellow. Today is a good day to die. And he's gonna use, so he's still blessed. He can't rage anymore, but he's still got long strider, so his speed is at 45. And he's gonna use his action to dash, and he's gonna make it all the way up to here. As he's just beating feet down the dock. He's just do. The boards are shaking. He runs past Cliff and all the other people, and he's making a beeline for the ship.
Nice. Okay, so standing up just took 15 feet of your movement. With long strider, you still had 30, and then you have another 45.
Pop. And that back 15 feet. So he makes it there.
Okay. All right. Anything else for Lokag?
No. No, that's it. Yeah, he's out of rages, so no rage.
Okay. All right. Next in the order is Clifford.
All right. Well, it's a shit show there. But someone's got to save these guys. All right. I have an idea. Well, I look to Yulin. Do I know if Yulin has anything that he can use to heal people? Does he have cheese?
I don't think he has any cheese.
All right.
But you see a telltale bulge beneath his coat on his waistband. Looks like may have some sort of potion.
All right. I tell him, I'm like, you get Helena, all right? And I'll cover you.
The rat lady?
Yeah. I'm going to try to get to Millie.
He nods.
So he's going to move. Let's see what he can do here. The ruler. So he can get to 15. See how far he can get. 15 to there. I think the best way to Millie is to just huddle around the edges. So another 15 to there. I assume there's some eaves.
Yes. About that much.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do something. I say, Yulin, don't freak out. And he turns into the person he just destroyed, the person he just killed. He becomes everything that he hates. And he takes on the appearance of their leader for the moment.
Nice. Of gear lag?
Uh-huh. And so, yeah, he'll become like Gearlag. And he kind of, make sure everyone knows what his ruse is, what he's planning on doing. But I'm hoping next round I can get and I can save Millie. I just don't think I can do it safely right now.
Uten, the two halflings, and X can all see how you change.
Yeah. Good. I'll make sure they know. No miscommunications, thank you. And his plan is to kind of maybe find a way to do a kind of a ruse. Yeah, that's the plan. So that's all he can do with this round. He's got a bonus action. He'll have he'll use his object to get a piece of cheese in hand.
Okay.
So he's ready to cheese out. Is it a bonus action to feed it to someone?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So next round, maybe I can help Helena. I think I meant to say Millie, but God, I don't know.
No, you said you were going for Millie, and you want Uten to go after Helena.
After Helena, yeah, and that's up to him. I want him to know it's not necessarily going to be safe. But anyway, that's it. That's all he can do. He's got his ruse ready. My hope is that he can not get shot at if he goes out there like everyone else. So that's it. Yeah, that's all he's got.
Yeah. Uten looks sort of nervously, kind of skips over the edge of the dock, looking nervously at the corner as he approaches.
Yeah, maybe stay hidden.
Yeah, he can't, so he pops out, and two of the hobgoblins immediately fire at him.
Oh no, not like that.
He has to pop out and be visible to see them. That 17 is definitely going to hit him. Luckily that no one is close. None of the hobgoblins are close for that extra damage. And Helena, you can roll the 2d4 plus 2 for that healing on you, as he uncorks and begins to pour a healing potion down your gullet.
Beautiful. Well done, you.
And then he immediately pops back around the corner. You can re-roll that 1 up to 2 times. So re-roll it 1 more. Okay, there you go. Awesome. So 6 healing to Helena. Helena, consciousness returns with a painful vengeance, as there are 2 crossbow bolts sticking out of you and a large gash inside your cheek, where another one scored deeply. I think Tar and Win are going to continue sort of moving in that direction, popping up onto the dock. Movement. Action. And let's see how visible they are. They'll move up to here and sort of keep cover. They'll break stealth and just dash, and then sort of throw their backs up against the walls just ahead of Lokag. They're looking at Lokag, looking ready to sort of, pop out and throw down some distracting or suppressing fire. Next in the order is X.
Well, clearly, at some point during the darkness, Gearlag took on the form of Clifford, but now he's back to normal. So I think I'm going to have to kill Gearlag.
No, you saw.
No, you saw. You can see from where you were at. You saw Clifford change. Or are you
No.
just messing with us?
I'm messing with you. Maybe
I'm too
X
autistic
thinks
for that.
It would be funny,
maybe
though.
Gearlag was disguised as Clifford, though. Maybe it's just him
The whole
changing
time.
bits. See?
Oh no. I'm writing this
Gearlag
plan
does
now
have
for next
loot, by the
session.
way.
Wait,
We
what's
have
that?
been
Cliff?
we've been ignoring loot. You know, Gearlag does have a bunch of loot on him. You know, if your sticky fingers think about it, maybe he's got something useful.
I think everybody has found other things more immediately pressing.
Yes. No, I don't know if
Yeah.
there's anything obvious that it would be laying about, but
His weapon and armor
it
seem
looks
nicer than the other hobgoblins, but that's the only thing that's obvious.
yeah.
It looks like for X to get in a useful position, I'm going to have to
beautiful.
use action to move, dash, and then a bonus action dash. Am I hidden around this corner? How far back? I'll just
5
hide.
feet back, about where Uton is, because there are some eaves that overhang. So once you're on that corner, you're visible.
Okay. Well, I'll hang out here then, and that's it. My whole turn.
All right. Helena, you have 6. You like I said, consciousness returns with a vengeance. It'll take 15 feet of your movement to stand up. What does Helena do? We'll say your verminkin dashed last turn to get to you. We forgot them in the tussle.
I think you're muted.
You're muted, Pon Pon.
Ah,
Oh no! But Helena is up and ready.
I had a good response, man. I was wondering why there wasn't
Why we
being
didn't?
interacted properly. Like, come on, man, I'm acting right now. Shut your
Technical
face.
difficulties.
Shit. Okay. She gets up. Did I do it? Is Millie's still not? Nobody's there yet, right?
Mm-mm.
She's like, damn it. So she's just gonna like crawl. Like she's still just gonna do what she was trying to do. So
Yeah, you can crawl. It takes it's doubled your movement. So either way, if you get up and run or you crawl, it'll take that whole 30 feet of your movement to get next to Millie.
well, I mean that's all I need is to be able to get there. So
Yeah.
for dramatic effect, I crawl.
Bonus points is anybody that tries to attack you will be at disadvantage because you're prone.
Excellent.
Nice.
And can I put good cheese in there and just
Yes, you can.
sort of make Millie's jaw chew it?
Yes. Well, you can just kind of drop it into her mouth. The cheese will magically dissolve.
Oh, it's Velveeta then. I see. What's that?
It's that government cheese. Urchin cheese, I guess. Orphan cheese.
Yeah.
Same thing.
It comes in little flat squares.
What does Helena say to Millie? Both, flat out on the docks, crossbows sort of whistling over your head, thumping into the wood around you.
We've both lived through too much to die now.
It took you all so long.
Helena, you still have your
Ryan
action.
just lays on her back, is like, ugh.
You still have your action, Helena. You just took your movement and bonus action to do that.
Well, she's like, come on. Uses dash as her action to start running back towards the rest of the crew.
Crawling, I suppose.
We're too vulnerable for this.
She immediately crawls 15 feet away from Millie.
I was kind of motion at the boat. What about the boat?
Orphan cheese.
Well, Helena, Millie sort of gestures at the boat. Would you crawl the other direction, or are you still crawling away from the boat?
Why are we going to the boat? It's danger.
You can swim, be underwater. You'll be safe.
Fine.
She crawls over Millie along the docks, leaving a trail of blood behind her.
Yeah.
And what does Millie do?
From a lying position, can we see these hobgoblins?
Yeah, there's several sort of like at the gunwale, reloading their crossbows. A few of them have ducked out of sight. Several of them, they're still standing up, firing at the losing the name right now, but there's sort of, the small, like almost hut-like formation on top of the ship with the door that leads down below decks.
I'll take it and aim at the most wounded one I can see with my crossbow and just fire at it while crawling forward as well.
Okay. So rules is written, any attack from the prone position, puts you at disadvantage, but I have a table rule, well, if you're firing with a crossbow that's already loaded, then that attack will be a single roll instead. So it's going to be that 15.
15.
All right, let's see here. They are... Yeah, you see that bolt sort of slam into the stomach of one, but the chainmail keeps it from penetrating.
Alright. And then I will consume another good cheese. 1 by 2. A whopping 2 points of health now. As I roll over and am conscious, do I see people in the water?
Yes. There's over half a dozen people in the water, clear next to the boats. And it's about that time that there is an explosion from below decks, and a cascade of wooden planking, a snapping of rigging. You lose sight of the captain and the hobgoblins there as the center mast and center of the deck explodes upwards. The gunwale right on both sides of the deck is gone.
Wow.
And give me a brief
Wow.
moment.
Awesome.
All the attackers that are attacking the deck house, that's the word I was looking for earlier, the way below decks, there's no sign of them after the explosion. All of the hobgoblins, the sort of rank and file hobgoblins right in that area, there's no sign of them either. Multiple archers, multiple attackers on the captain. I had a script for this, but I need to, it's currently not working, so I'm doing this by hand. Pardon me, and thank you for your patience, Mythlanders.
Wow. I'm watching all the X's.
So many of the attackers are dropped, but also the chance of saving some of those wounded on deck is passed by. Another few moments. Oh, I missed a couple. The two veterans nearest immediately leap or sort of stumble into, like they kind of stand up and stagger back and move away from the gunwale, or from the ruined set of decking. Obviously, they've sort of climbed up. They are sort of covered in soot, badly burned. They look somewhat stunned. Those sort of rank and file hobgoblins at the southernmost portion of the ship seem sort of turn surprised and distracted. Only one is sort of still in a position to continue firing and fires at the closest, which would be Helena, but that's going to be with disadvantage as she's still currently prone. So a 9 to hit Helena. The bolt sort of slams into the deck right next to Helena's face. You manage to pull your head back, forcing that attack to miss. Again, of the captain, there is no sign. There are a few more townsfolk out of the northern and southern end of the boat, sort of dropping out of the cannon holes where the sort of traps open, and usually they sort of roll the cannons out to fire. The hobgoblin mage says in Goblin a word that is music to Clifford's ears. Fall back to me! Those attackers near him begin to move. Readying actions for anything that is in view. They don't go too far from him, actually. They sort of pull back. Actually, let's see. Now he actually... One of them charges after him. Here to the gunwale. To there. Hobgoblin once more raises the staff of Ogma. A furious look of concentration paints the hobgoblin's face. Dust and dirt begins to sort of swirl up from the shore nearby. A wind sweeping over and whirling around the hobgoblins. It sort of, obfuscates them a bit, giving disadvantage to ranged attacks. And next in the order is Lokag.
Okay, so Lokag is gonna continue jogging up, and he's gonna pull short. He's gonna run out in front of Tarn Wynn and kind of like post up against the wall like they are right on the corner. And he's gonna look at them and he's gonna say, "Hey, don't one of you two have a healing potion that we gave you in the dungeon?" He's trying to remember if we got it back or not, and I don't remember.
You
if we
did not.
So
Tar looks sheepishly at you and, in object interaction, goes to hand it to you.
Okay.
He kind of looks embarrassed over to Win, and Win just shrugs.
I'm so glad that we never got that back.
I did not
I am
plan
going
that.
to immediately take that healing potion.
2d4 plus
Holy
2.
crap.
Reroll the ones up to 2 times. For my Mythlanders out there watching, I have, that's a table rule, just to make sure healing actually punches. But with the 2024 rules, healing is a lot more potent.
So you said it was 1d4 plus 2, right?
2d4 plus 2.
Oh, excellent.
Excellent.
7.
7 points.
All right, the 8. Let's go. That's enough to do something. Okay.
Just a bonus
Alright,
action so far.
Okay. Gosh, there's a lot of them on that deck.
None of them have readied actions, though. You can see that most of them to the south were distracted, sort of stunned by that explosion very close by. Only the one that at full health managed to fire at Helena.
Okay. I'm gonna measure this corner here. I think just out of reach, but I think I have 5 feet of movement that I can step up. Oh yeah, okay. All right. So yeah, Lokag's gonna step up and chuck a hand axe at this one right here on the
Okay.
very tip of the ship.
All right, nice.
And
Reckless
then
or normal attack?
I'm gonna do normal attack since I'm not raging. I don't want to give people advantage, so I'm gonna just chuck it.
Thanks for feeding the dragon small wonders.
15.
15. Let's see. With their chainmail, even without a shield, with that chainmail, it does not penetrate.
All right, that is fine. Oh wait, does that? Yeah, no, that includes the blast. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Then that is my turn.
All right. Next in the order is Clifford Bolt.
All right. Question: in the haze, that's around the wizard here, right? The obscurement.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they can't see us really either. Yeah. We're kind of.
You're not sure.
Oh, interesting. My question is, would I be able to take a shot without them seeing who I am at the very least? If I poked out from the darkness, would I be able to get a shot? With the disadvantage.
I think either with a deception check or a sleight of hand, there's a chance.
All right, let's try sleight of hand. I want to try to see if I can get this shot off without being identified. That's my main goal here. So I want to do that first. So got sleight of hand for a reason. So okay, maybe not too bad.
20, pretty good. Let's see here. All right, so let's see the attack roll.
So the attack is a disadvantage because of the obscurement, yeah? But I'm going to use my lucky to get rid of that. So it's a straight roll.
All right, nice, single roll.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, just feels like a lucky moment. And I'm within range and all that, so...
And who's your target?
Oh, I was shooting at the wizard guy, the one with the staff. But I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll that.
Fair enough, that's 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7
That
is
feels
definitely
like
not
a
going to
good
hit.
one. That's a good one to re-roll. I think. What do you guys think? You think it's a good idea to re-roll? Yes! I hope that's a good roll.
All right, let me double check on something.
Are you still blessed? If
Oh,
that
I
changes
am.
anything?
I am still blessed, yes. Unless, you haven't been knocked out or anything, so it's actually 23.
23, that's going to hit.
All right. And I will do 14 damage, plus I'm going to use another one of my special nifties, and I will add another 2d6. So that is psychic damage.
Nice.
Oh, another 11.
25
25 damage. And they go flying back 10 feet. I don't know if that'll knock them in the water. I'm not sure.
It'll
what
slam
configuration is there.
into,
Tumble.
wall behind it. Roll another d6
Okay.
of bludgeoning damage as it slams into the
Oh.
wall boards.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's a house rule. I'm not sure. Some GMs use it. It's not rules as it's not specifically rules as
Hey.
written, but
I'll take 30 hit points in a round. I'm stoked.
yeah,
That's pretty
nice.
rad. And then he'll drop the crossbow and run as his ally 30 feet, like I'm running away. He'll just be like booking it. So let me just measure 30 feet. Let's see. Yeah, to there. Yeah, so after that shot, he's leaving the crossbow behind, and he's going to run forward.
Nice.
You can use his object interaction to pull out. I guess the rapier can look like the weapon that he had, right? It does the whole
Sure.
costume.
Yeah, it just looks like a long
Same
sword.
armor and all that. Yeah, so it looks like, I think he had like a hook hammer or something like that. But yeah, that's it. So he's running, and he's running this way. He said for us to retreat, so he's retreating. And that's it.
Okay. Nice.
So my allies don't shoot me.
You can make an insight check as you move forward.
Okay,
Sort of watching
cool.
the body language of the enemies.
All right.
Okay.
11.
Let's see here. The Magi is looking pretty sharply at you. You're not sure that he does not look entirely convinced of who you are. He may have seen
Someone
you
might
fire,
have true sight. Well, we'll see.
or just
Maybe
be sharp-sighted.
I'll take my chances. Yeah, I'll take my chances. Fine.
All right, so let's see here. X and Millie. Since Millie, you missed so many attacks, you all can go ahead and make a stealth check for Tar and Win. Let me double check on that. Oh, wrong token. Because they're going to try to hide and pop out and attack. They have a +4 to their stealth.
16.
All right. So you can make an attack for one of them with advantage.
A whopping 8.
12. Also going to that beats their passive perceptions, so they can both roll their attack rolls.
Well, that's an 8 with the +4.
Oh, okay. Then that is not. That's going to be a single roll for, say you're rolling for Win, and X you're rolling for Tar. They've got a +3 to their attacks. Short bow or long bow and light crossbow, respectively.
20 to hit.
All right, let's see here. That 20 is going to hit. That's a D8 and a D6 +2. And Millie, that 8 is going to miss.
A 10 damage.
Firing at the closest one, they take down between them one of the hobgoblins, sort of slumps over the gunwale, its crossbow dropping into the water. Let's see here. Uton is also going to try to hide. Helena, if you want to make a stealth check for Uton, he's also got a +4, just like the gnomes do. So D20 +4. He's going to try to hide and pop out and fire at one of the hobgoblins as well. That's going to succeed, so you can roll that 2 D20 +3. Alright, 14 +4, that is going to hit. 14 +3, 17, that's going to hit. At least the crossbowman, so that is a D8 and a D6 +2. As they are probably going to fire at one of the wounded ones. Another hobgoblin sort of slumps over the gunwale, drops its weapon. Back to the top of the order. I think this might be a good spot to take a short break. How does that sound to everybody?
Sounds good.
Good.
to me.
Works for me.
X does motion to Uton to get further back so that X can use that corner now.
Okay, so yeah, he pops up and fires, and then sort of drops back to the other side of you with this movement. But before X makes that attack, let's go ahead and take a short break and then come back in at the top of the order.
All right.
Oop, transition. Let's see here. Does anybody want to stay in chat for a moment? I need to step away real quick. Or shall I transition to another screen?
Yeah, we also have requests to reactivate the challenges.
Oh, excellent. I will do that in just a few moments. But for now, transition over here. And we'll be back in just a few moments, everybody, for a cheese break. All right, Dungeon Master is back at the microphone. Let's see here. All right, now to re-up those challenges. Take me just a moment to do that. Indeed. I'm gonna bring our faces back. Oh, what kind of good cheese do you have?
Nope, this is a lamb cheese, a sheep cheese.
Ooh,
A little crumbly.
nice. Oh, I had you all muted. J Fink was telling you all that at our table we failed death saving throws stay on your character sheet until usually a long rest or some sort of rest. So yeah, let's see here. I updated OBS and it's now confusing to me. So I'm gonna catch up with chat by just popping up the website real quick. Yeah, the party is, considering like how many moving pieces and how many hobgoblins were there, the party is doing incredibly well. And Darth Triada, you don't have to apologize for trying to help the party get some extra healing potions, that's for sure. I upped those challenges. I brought those challenges back, so you all should be able to contribute to them as you like. Really help the party out there. Because none of the NPCs have any potions left, and I think the rest of the party is the healing potions are depleted. And yeah, the party could definitely use a bigger hit point pool. But soon enough that will be upped a bit. And there might be other, the Bridget's Flame, at least the complete Bridget's Flame in the temple, might be capable of doing all sorts of wonders, provided the time and proper religious knowledge is applied. Of course, that would involve getting back into the temple. Of course, that's getting through some parts of the stone. But I think I don't speak just for myself. It's exciting to think about you all moving back into the stone with some new levels, some new experiences, and a particular goal, some more knowledge of the stone. Now, having been in there a couple of times, it'll be exciting to see what you all can make of the hobgoblin and the stone's defenses. Heck yeah. Here, I'll be back in just a moment.
Yeah, I think that
I never thought I would run out of rages in sumo combat.
Yeah, this is pretty intense.
If we calculated actual XP, we would go from level 4 to level 7 on this combat.
The reason GMs don't do XP.
More than one reason. Though I do at some of my tables. If my tables really push for it, I'll do XP.
I think we've had the discussion before. It's kind of like, it's interesting because the standard XP system only rewards combat.
Right.
Did you read in the new GM guide, Joe, what they say about leveling?
I haven't taken a look at it because I figured it would just be something. It's like the GM will determine when you're ready to level.
It says it should take between 1 and 3 sessions to level.
Bah!
And I thought, man, if people level every 3 sessions, that's a campaign to go fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd like to accelerate in the beginning, so like your first level for like one adventure, and then your second, then your third, and you just sort of, with experienced players, I'd either ramp a lot faster and then kind of slow down after.
Yeah.
But it's DM's discretion most of the time. You're just sort of, you're just spitballing the XP in your head, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, story-based XP just makes a lot of sense from from both like the story perspective and just from the GM's perspective,
Yeah, it's way more cinematic. So
Agreed. Yeah. Heck yeah.
By and by, this is really strong blue cheese.
Is it a good cheese?
I would say it's a good cheese.
Healing properties.
Is it restorative?
Seems to be. Certainly wake you up.
Yeah.
I had leftover chicken nuggets from my McDonald's stop on the way down here on the trip. Guilty pleasure, only when traveling.
I have a flatbread sort of pizza-like thing. It is delicious. It mostly has breakfast stuff on it. It has eggs and bacon and turkey sausage and cheese. I love it. I could eat breakfast food all the time.
I think we're still live,
Brunching.
Dan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we don't want people to know about our brunching meetings.
Oh no, you can't. Yeah.
The conspiracy of brunch. They haven't heard about this. This plot.
Yeah, it's gonna ruin some
8
later
o'clock
sessions.
lunch.
Heck yeah. Cool, we got those challenges up, and ooh. Thanks to Volpesian. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Tacos do have cheese.
They can. They should.
Real tacos have cheese.
Morally, they should have cheese.
They don't have to for me, but you know, cheese does kind of make a lot of stuff better.
There's 2 kinds of cheeses. My requirement.
Oh.
Right.
X, were you saying you were motioning for Locag to go a little bit further back so you can use the corner?
No, the halfling up here.
Yeah, Uton. And he has done so. If you all are feeling ready, we can jump back into it. No need to stop snacking.
I'm in.
Let's do it.
All right, heck
I'm
yeah.
ready.
All right, Mythlanders, here we go. Back into the breach. Top of the order is X.
Okay, bonus action for X. I'm going to try to hide. See if we can pull that
I'm
off.
shocked and amazed. The rogue cleric would ever try to hide. With a 25, I would say he hides
Nice.
pretty much from everybody but Uton.
All right. And then I'm going to sit on the corner of this building. I'm going to pull out another one of those super special arrows. And I am going to ready an action that if this guy moves or comes out of his little whirlwind or anything, that I'm going to crossbow bolt him as soon as I see him.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. Done.
Nice. Next in the order is Helena. Still prone on the deck. Not quite bleeding profusely anymore. What does Helena do?
Oh gosh. Do we have a general consensus what we're doing? We get not.
I think we pick them off. These
Pick 'em up.
hobgoblins, at least.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I'm probably capable of that.
Yeah.
There's that one that's pretty close. I can shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go for. I know I usually should spread it out, but I'm stretched pretty thin.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna go for pick off the one that's got the least amount of HP there up front.
Okay. Yeah, there's the veterans are both wounded. A nat 20, 29 total on the. Nice.
Beautiful.
Are you just attacking one of the closest ones, or one of the veterans at the far side of the ship?
I did say low HP, didn't I?
You did, yeah. And there's 3 that look pretty wounded.
Let's go
hobgoblin
for
nearest you.
one of the veterans, just because they can probably do more damage.
That's fair. All right, let's see the damage on that critical roll. All right, I'll go ahead and roll that D8 again. Roll another D8. You can feel free to describe or pass as you dispatch one of the veterans.
Wiping wet locks out from her vision very quickly in front of Mealy, like as Mealy as to protect her. Like some great hero is just like shoots her crossbow. And it just goes very cleanly in out one ear and out the other, and he just falls right over in front of the other veteran, as they say.
Nice. You still have your movement and your bonus action. Still currently prone.
That's pretty badass for prone. Gosh, I don't know.
You're pretty safe
I want to
there.
drink a potion, but
You're pretty safe there. I mean, safe as you can be.
it maybe just sort of kind of pick them off, I guess, from this position. They'll have a rough time hitting me, maybe. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. Yeah, they'll be at disadvantage to attack you. And as long as you have a crossbow, you will not be at disadvantage attacking from prone. Also a pistol, like a Clifford's gun, something you can kind of easily reload. A bow, a little less wieldy. So, all right. So next, you still have the Verminkin as well for Helena.
Right.
Where are my lovelies? My lovelies. My two sad lovelies. They can't make it to the boat, can they?
Are they?
They could
I
dash,
can make it to the guys up north.
potentially.
Did they go last round?
Oh, there are guys up north. Okay. Yes, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna follow Clifford, but they're gonna dash as far as they can go, which I still couldn't. Let me see. I'll try it again if I can get their sheet open here.
Yeah, that's what Clifford's
Okay,
running
there
away
it goes.
from.
Okay, now it's working.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
DM, can you put the map up for the...
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Oh no, the damn rats are chasing after me. I am a villain, and I am running away from the rats.
They're gonna pass right by you though.
The
Oh.
two remaining
no.
rats sort of split and go around the disguised Clifford.
Clifford
I
doesn't.
think I
This
put
didn't
the
work.
right square. Is it that one? Or... I don't know.
Like rats leaving a sinking ship.
Nice. So the rats just dash forward. And the next in the order is Millie. Still quite hurt, but conscious.
So, the people who were on this boat, now what are they doing?
So, as she shouted, as the captain shouted, light the fuse, some of them, they kind of swam, some of them ducked underneath the water, most going north or south. Obviously, they had some idea what was going to happen. They don't seem hurt. The explosion was all above. But some of them are swimming toward the docks, swimming in your direction. Some of them are, but most of them are huddled down at the base of the ship, just treading water, too terrified to put themselves in harm's way. They seem uncertain, panicked.
Yeah. Do another crossbow to one of these hobgoblins here. Natural.
Oh.
And, let's see here. And rapidly sort of, trying to crank that crossbow back against your shoulder. You pull something in your shoulder, it throws your aim off. You have -1 to your dexterity until you take a short rest.
Oh.
Like, I need that.
I'll put this little circle and bar to indicate. Still have movement and bonus action.
Well, I've got no bonus actions to speak of. So, let's see. Crawling. I'm no good with a crossbow. Keep firing at him. All right, that's it.
All right. Millie and Helena, you can both see veterans down. Why isn't there Okay. You can see the one remaining veteran sort of gauging that massive chunk of missing decking. Let's see. And he speaks, shouting to the others in the goblinoid tongue, and Clifford, you can understand it. For the One Eye, stand and deliver! The one living veteran sort of moves up into view. Let's see here. Actually, uncertain which way he's going to go. Moves toward Millie and Helena, firing a crossbow bolt at each one with disadvantage, of course. Ooh, a natural 1-on-1 and a 17 to hit Helena. Oh, sorry. This should be public.
Yeah, that hits.
Right.
We're not seeing your rolls.
Oh,
Or we weren't.
goodness.
Now, I saw that one, though. That one.
Okay,
I
you saw that. All right. Well, then scratch that. Let me roll those. A 14 to hit Millie and a 19 to hit Helena.
Same deal.
I think so. That's going to be 10 piercing to Helena.
Oh, bye, Helena, again.
The other remaining hobgoblins surge forward toward the gunwale, and let's see here. Lokag, were you intending to drop back out of view or be in the open?
Yeah, I was intending to kind of duck back around the corner. I forgot I had Long Strider, so
Okay.
So yeah, I was going to try and get out of view
Okay.
after throwing the
Okay.
hand out.
Then you're sort of pushed back in as far as you can, pushing sort of Win, who's pushing into Tar, kind of pushing them back a bit. So let's move everybody over. Oh, not there, but there. Getting you out of view. And those other hobgoblins are going to continue to attack. Firing at Millie with disadvantage. All three of them firing at Millie.
Jesus.
A 5, 9, and another natural 1. You can roll a d6 for the mishap
Wow.
on that hobgoblin. The bow cable on this hobgoblin's weapon snaps. It no longer has a ranged weapon, though it can pick up one of the fallen weapons. And how smart are they? I'm gonna make some checks for them. Only one, the southernmost, who lost its weapon, is smart enough to drop out of sight, getting full cover behind the gunwales. Of the captain, there's no sign. No more defenders rise up off the ship, but a few more townsfolk tumble out. You hear a splashing of the water from the far side, and two more splash into the water. There's a couple of sort of younger people that seem a little bit less rattled, and they're sort of, each one of them have sort of trying to pull some of the older and more frail looking townsfolk closer toward the docks. Oh, it's not supposed to go all the way around because it is the northern hobgoblin's turn. They start to move. They come out into view of X, triggering his attack.
Excellent.
X, I believe you were hidden, if not mistaken. Did you make
yeah.
a
Oh, yeah.
stealth check? Okay. What was that stealth check? Let me scroll back up.
25.
Oh, that's right. They definitely do not see you. That's definitely an advantage. So you can roll that and roll any sneak that you have.
It's one of those special arrows we're using again. So
Excellent.
you had said it does something different against each boss, I guess. So what do we get?
It's going to maximize your weapon attack. An additional 3d6. And a saving throw for it. And I will often roll the boss's abilities behind the scenes.
So 26 damage plus the whatever other effect.
Okay. Very nice. You almost hear an audible click as the mage's mouth snaps shut. His eyes bulge in surprise and frustration. Cannot use verbal components at the moment.
Ooh, nice. Very good.
X has a very self-satisfied smile right now.
Pardon me, as the GM scrambles to find something it can do without a verbal component. So far, not much that's useful.
Well-timed attack, I must say. It's really hard to find a spell that doesn't have verbal.
From there, it kicks up a rock. It gestures with the staff, and the rock careens toward X. X needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's a dang long rock throw, let me tell you what.
Well, he's definitely using the magic of his staff to do that.
Catapult.
That's right.
18.
Here.
Ooh.
18. Okay. Sorry, it must have cut you off there. Let's see here.
Got all the earthbender stuff. I love it.
Awesome. You managed to sort of throw yourself down, punching your shoulders and dropping your head down as the rock whistles overhead. Let's see. You hear it thunk against this the building down to the southwest of you. The hobgoblin glares. The others pool in, and the two in front sort of drop their crossbows on leather lanyards, pull up their shields. And let's see here. With its other hand, it sort of slams one of the hobgoblins in the chest and begins pointing at Cliff in disguise, frantically trying to gesticulate to get its point across. Clifford, it knows that you're in disguise, but it currently is unable to communicate that.
Oh, that's too bad.
Right? Let's see here. So those two behind. Let's see here. Out of range. Both, unfortunately, fire at the Verminkin.
No.
Single attacks. Whew, these nat ones. Helena, if you want to roll a d6 for the mishap on the hobgoblins. Dice have turned to y'all's favor, it looks like, this session. Alright. Unfortunately, no one is... Oh, wait. Oh. Another wretched snapping sound as another loses its weapon. And that 7 is going to miss. The two rat-like creatures sort of part just in time for that bolt to slam into the half-rotted decking beneath. That is movement action and bonus action. These, the two in the front are actively defending, taking the dodge action, while the Magi has jumped off the deck and has pretty good cover behind him. Not full cover, but 3/4, giving him a +5 to his armor class. Next in the order is Lokag.
Okay. What's the ramp getting onto the ship situation over in this like corner area?
So
Like, is
the
it
edge of this broken dock is
Yeah.
like 3 feet from the gunwale, or like 2 feet. The hobgoblins were jumping up, grabbing onto the gunwale, and climbing over.
Okay. And that's so it's going to take an action to get onto the ship no matter what I do then.
No. If you don't have the
Oh.
movement, then yes. But
Yes, it's just 30 feet to get there.
yeah,
Okay.
Lokag's large. It's barely a hop up onto the gunwale for you.
Awesome. Great. I was just making sure that wasn't, because I was like, man, if it takes a whole action, I might just stay back and throw axes. But you know what? So I think so they're retreating. These people are still there. And you said one of the goblins had rallied somebody, and essentially, was that correct?
Say that again.
Did one of the goblins like do something like rally or something like
The
that?
veteran shouted something in the goblin tongue. Does Lokag speak that? I think just Clifford does.
No.
Okay. So you didn't understand what they said.
Okay. Got it.
The one to the north, they're speaking in Goblin. So, but
Okay.
you could see what happened, which was all of the hobgoblins on the southern end of the ship moved in, set themselves up, and began attacking. This hobgoblin is out of sight, completely full cover behind the gunwale, which is the sort of the wall of the ship underneath the railing.
Okay.
Yes, Darth.
So
Vader.
I'm gonna-
I love to say weird words that I know.
I'm going to run up and hop up over the gunwale and find myself right here next to this crouching goblin.
Its eyes widen as it looks up. Its hand is on its long sword, but it hasn't drawn it yet.
I'm gonna slash at it with with my dagger,
Still poisoned.
I'm sorry, hand axe. Hand axe is in the right hand. And I think I already attacked someone with the poison dagger. Does it linger?
Yeah, you
for
get
multiple
you get 3 attacks with it
Oh, okay, got it.
before the
So
poison's
I've
gone.
done one. Beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna slash at it with my hand axe, and we're not gonna. You know what? Today is a good day to die. I'm gonna recklessly attack.
That's right. I love it.
So hand axe first. We'll do that. Getting a 27 to hit.
That's definitely going to hit.
Excellent. That'll be 8 damage.
Without even calculating the poison damage, you can feel free to describe your pass as you dispatch the hobgoblin.
Excellent. So Lokag just hops up and just whacks this goblin as his eyes widen in the side of the head with the axe, and then the dagger with the poison on it. He's going to step up and he's going to try and ram it into the veteran.
Okay.
I need to check and make sure I have that movement. Give me 1 second.
Okay. They have the same armor. This one does have a shield, though.
Okay, got you. Yes, I've just got the movement to get there. Okay. Okay.
Nice.
So, shielded. He's going to try and slip that dagger around that shield and hit a vital spot. All right, dagger offhand. Here we go. Still recklessly attacking. Come on, soft. Dude, just a 16. I'm going to use my session inspiration and re-roll that.
Okay.
So, oh man. All right, nope. All right, so the 16 was the highest I got. Okay,
16's
that's my
gonna
turn.
miss.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I had reckless attack and bless, and the 16 was as high as I could get.
Yeah, that's...
Just
yeah.
wasn't in the cards.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Or in the dice, rather.
Yeah.
All right. Movement, action, and bonus action. Next then in the order is Clifford.
He never rolled the bless, did he?
It's rolled. It's
I've
on
got
there.
it. Yeah, I've got it auto added to it.
Oh, okay. Well, damn. All right. Well, Cliff's best bet is to play along with what he's trying to do. I'm going to say with that insight roll, he's kind of 50-50 on this. You know, know when to hold him, know when to fold him situation. So he's going to make a full move. Hopefully the rats won't op attack him. I'd appreciate it. If they don't, that would be great. All right, so that's enough for him to get to right. I did the math. He's going to get right up in the mix with everyone else. It's enough to go there. And he can get right there, like he's protecting the wizard. And he gets up in there with the rest of them and locks in formation. And he says, "Hold!" He kind of, that's all he does. He doesn't try to do any kind of acting. He's just going to like move into place, lock in like hobgoblins do, take formation. And he has a bonus action, which he can't really do much with. So at this point, he's holding, he's just sort of standing there looking like he belongs. And we'll see what happens. He's going to take his risk there. And that's it. That's all he's got.
Okay. You can hear, let's see. Yeah, you can hear, now that you're up close, that the mage is making sounds like...
If I look at him,
to slam the other one in the chest.
If I look at the mage, can I like kind of just like, with my bonus action, get in really close to him? And just look at him like, like, what's wrong with him? Like he's not going to do a bluff, but he's just going to get in his face a little bit. And I think mostly he's going to do that because he wants to look him in the eye before he kills him. And he makes sure he knows, with his eyes, I want him to know that I'm going to kill him, and everyone's going to think it was your companion, your buddy, your friend who did it. He's going to do everything he can to convey that emotion with his eyes. But that's,
what is the DC for your illusion?
Ooh, good question. If he wants to disbelieve them, probably not that high. 1 sec. I'm looking. I would say spell DCs are 13.
Okay.
And that would make it so he doesn't believe it. And then he'll see through it. And he actually will see who I really am.
Well,
Which is even better.
The mage
even better,
seems,
really.
is convinced that you are not what you seem to be.
Yeah.
You think he saw you attack.
Now, technically, he needs an action to do the disbelieve or whatever, but, he's a boss. So.
Yeah, but he saw you attack him.
Yeah, he caught it. My sleight of hand wasn't written. But that's fine. This is great. I love it that only he knows and he can't say anything about it. I think this is just the best. This is a beautiful moment. So he's hoping he can, the other guys don't know it. Like, Clifford will just be like, I don't know what he's freaking out about. That's it for me.
Awesome. Okay, Locat, go ahead and make a stealth check for Win. X, make a stealth check for Tar. They both have a +4. Successes. They can both make their attack rolls with advantage should they choose to make those attacks, and they are going to do that. They're going to slip up to the corner one at a time. Win pushes Tar out first. He pops out and attacks probably the most wounded, or the least wounded hobgoblin. 14 plus 3, 17. That's going to hit. D8, D6 plus 1. Then he pops back out of sight and Win right after him, almost trading positions. Fire. So that is also going to hit. Each of them do a D8 and a D6 plus 1. And yeah, respectively.
9 damage on mine.
Nice.
8.
As the hobgoblin, its sort of head is down, it's reloading, it's watching, and just as it looks over, 2 arrows cross in its throat. It makes a faint choking sound and falls back, pitches down into the sort of broken, ruined section of the ship itself. And then 1 for Uton. Helena is unconscious. So Helena, you can go ahead and make a stealth check for Uton as he kind of creeps up past X. D20 plus 4. All right, so he's going to make his roll a single roll, D20 plus 3, as he's going to try to attack probably the veteran. Oh no, sorry, not a. Okay, yeah, so yeah, just a single D20 plus 3 for its attack. All right, Uton misses, pops back into position, shakes his head at X. And top of the order is X. Looking around, you can see Helena has dropped again.
Okay, I think I have enough movement to get. Now let's see.
You can cut that corner since there's an eave overhanging.
Okay, and then 35 feet will get me right next to Helena.
Okay.
I will bonus action potion her.
Nice. Whoever wants to roll it can roll that.
I'll put a 2d4 plus 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Reroll those ones.
Okay.
Nice.
So a total of 8 hit points restored. And that leaves me with an action. I will shoot the veteran next to Lokag.
Okay.
All right. Pew!
A 20 is going to hit.
To hit for 11 damages.
Feel free to describe or pass as you take out the veteran.
I've got a potion in one hand, and I'm like crouching down a little bit, trying to put the potion into Helena's mouth and give that to her. And I have the manticore tattoo on the other arm, just kind of reach up and like an overhand shot and put a bolt right through the veteran.
Awesome.
I'm like, it's not your day today, Lokag. Not your day to die.
Nice. And I suppose that's X, right? Movement, action, and bonus action?
That's everything.
All right. Once again, Helena, your eyes snap open. It hurts even more than it did the first time. What does Helena do?
Thank you. All right, who am I shooting?
Well, there's a cluster to the north. Looks like Gearlag is back up on his feet. Must have escaped your allies. There's a cluster to the north, and there's one who's turning to face Lokag, about to draw its blade, lean down to pick up its shield, or pull the shield off its back. Currently, though, it only has a crossbow.
Oh, it is my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm responding to the situation.
That's pretty perfect. Right after X's turn.
Sweet. Yes, I'm definitely going to shoot. I'm going to shoot. Oh. Let's see. So there's veterans lined up there, but are they like on top of ones that are dead?
No, the veterans are all dead.
Okay.
Yeah, these are, you can't even see the remains of the ones that were in the explosion. So let me just make it simpler. Remove all these from the layer.
And then there's guys to the north. Can I shoot that far? I think I probably could shoot that far.
It's 80 feet is your basic range. So yeah, the ones in the front rank you can hit.
Yeah, that run right there next to Cliff.
Okay, in the middle. They do have their shields up, so they're gonna have a little more AC than the ones behind and the one next to Lokag.
Well, I'm just gonna try it anyways.
Let's go. Fingers crossed for you. Nat 20 again at 29. Helena's second Nat 20 for the session. You can
So
click.
opposite of my last game.
I know, right? You can just click the crit damage below your attack, and that should factor in everything.
And then I'm gonna do septic strikes for my bonus action.
Okay. It's just a D4. Right. Hobgoblin makes a choking sound as the sepsis begins to enter his bloodstream. What does Helena coat these arrows with to do this to these people?
Do you really want to know?
No, I don't. The stream might though.
It's rotten cheese.
I mean, I think rats like to leave behind all kinds of things, and I imagine she just scoops that all up and puts it in a jar with a bit of alcohol and makes an extraction of whatever that is.
And dips her arrows in it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Coagulate.
Mm-hmm. Alright, you still have your
Thank you,
movement.
Twitch chat for the rodent fecal matter suggestion on the septic strikes.
Thank you, the Volpesian.
I mean, that's basically what I'm suggesting.
Yeah, yeah.
That's definitely part of it. It's definitely in there among a few, hairs and what else?
Pungy bits.
Yeah.
The cheese is just to hold it all together, so it sticks.
So it doesn't wash off. Yeah.
It absorbs the poison.
Oh, so nasty. Well, Helena has her movement if you choose to use it, and your bonus action if you have you use that for septic strikes. So.
Yes. I guess I'll go ahead and move at least towards this dock over here to the left. What the heck? Okay, I can get to the end of the dock. I don't know. Things being weird. Anyway.
All right. Well, you'd be prone, so you'd have to get up from your prone, so you can only move a total of 20 feet.
Sorry.
That's okay. No worries.
Move back 15. And I think, you have to forgive Helena for not helping Millie up, because she don't know what's happening. She's just like shooting and defending now, and X is here, so I mean...
Everything's fine now.
Everything's fine.
The creepy elf priest is on the scene. Nice. So as Helena sort of clambers to her feet and stumbles away, slipping past X, what does Helena do? I mean, what does Millie do? Sorry.
Alright.
It's because we're poor, isn't it?
We all look the same. Dirty, brown hair.
Covered in each other's blood.
At this point, yeah.
But not hungry. You're definitely not hungry after all those good cheeses.
Yeah. I'm a little overly full.
Yeah.
Two good cheeses was one good cheese too many.
Couldn't eat another bite, I'm stuffed.
Alright, let's see.
Just one thin mint.
It is the way for sin.
What was that guy's name? The glutton. I'm trying to remember. It's like Mr. Crusette or something like that. It was Terry
It's right on the
Jones.
tip of my tongue.
Terry Jones played him, but I don't know who.
Oh my goodness. Bonus points in chat if you all can remember the
Anyways,
guy that
yes,
explodes in...
Mr. Crusette. I got it. Yes.
Is that right?
Mr. Crusette. Yes, Mr. Crusette.
Impressive.
No, it's from Monty Python, The Meaning of Life, I think.
Oh, I was thinking of the guy that explodes in there.
Oh, that's right. Baldur's Gate's got some great moments for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, if you haven't seen
I
The Meaning
wanna
of Life,
steal-
The Meaning of Life is one of the best They're best films ever.
Absolutely
I love
worth
that
it,
film
yeah.
so much.
I can't believe I
don't let us
haven't.
ruin it. Oh yeah. No.
So Millie, yeah,
Don't let
there's
the nerds
just
ruin
there's
it.
just the one hobgoblin on the boat. The rest of them have fallen.
On the boat.
And of course, to the north, there's all of those. The mage is taking cover behind the two with their shields, so it has a +5 to its AC.
Well, I don't want to steal Lokag's kill, so I'll take a shot at the one to the north while I also move that direction.
Okay.
Let's see. 1 -1 to my dex didn't actually do anything to ignore that.
It makes it even. Okay.
Yep. Alright, so
Hobgoblin manages to block that bolt with his shield.
that wasn't a bolt, sorry.
Oh, that was a dex save. A nat 20. Oh my goodness, another nat 20. You can feel free to describe or pass as you dispatch the wounded hobgoblin defender.
I think Millie doesn't really watch this one as she gets up, fires, and then moves a bit past X, just going. I don't know these people's end game, just motioning down to the water where I assume there's people
Yes, there are. Some of them are sort of swimming up.
coming onto land or onto the dock. But it'd be good to have no goblins here when they get here. That, okay. Got just that as a bonus action, so I've got no bonus actions. Perfect.
All right.
That's all I can do.
Okay. The hobgoblin's still on the ship next to Lokag. Object interaction to draw its sword, takes its bonus action and pulls its shield off its back. As a non-action, it drops its crossbow, which hangs on a leather strap behind it. It swings its blade at Lokag for a 19 to hit.
Bring it. It hits.
Oh, hold on just a moment. These are... I keep making that hidden. Let's see here. For 2 slashing damage. Glancing blow across Lokag's barrel chest.
Wow.
Unarmored barrel chest.
Who needs rage?
To the north, it seems that... let's see here. There's save for the Magi. It still cannot open its mouth. It's still frantically sort of gesturing at Clifford. They continue, the other, hobgoblins continue to move back. Clifford, do you continue to travel with them, or do you take your attack of opportunity and break the ruse?
Yeah, I will break the ruse. I think this is the perfect moment to break the ruse.
All right, you've got that rapier. So as they all... let's see here. Yeah, they begin to move away from you.
All right, I'll hit them. And I may be able to blind a few of them because I have that cool blinding blade that does that cool blinding thing. So, and I don't have any kind of advantage. I'm going to go ahead and use my second luck point.
Okay.
Feels like the time I don't want to mess up. Woohoo! Didn't even need it. I assume a 27 hits.
A 27 is going to hit. I'm assuming you're
That's
hitting
a
the
crit.
Magi?
Yeah, that's a crit, right?
Okay.
No, is that I have +7? Yeah, it's a crit with the Magi. Yeah, the Magi. So it looks like it's 19 for that. Plus, I'm going to use my bonus action to add a Hunter's Mark. So another D4. And then I'm going to do that.
You're on a reaction.
Oh, that's true. I couldn't do that.
Oh, yeah.
But I can do the extra 2d6. Let me just make sure it isn't like on my turn.
Okay, yeah.
There's that feature. It is a Dreadful Strike. Once per turn. Yeah, it doesn't say it has to be on my turn. Yeah, so I can use my last one to do an extra 2d6.
Okay, nice. And unfortunately, its mouth is still closed. It cannot use herbal components and use its shield spell. You can feel free to describe or pass. as you dispatch the Magi.
Yeah, I try to do it. I look him in the eyes, and I just watch. I try to get right up as close as I can as he's pulling away. He tries to draw back, and I kind of hold his shoulder for a moment and gut him through the chest and just drive the needle all the way through his chest up into his throat, so it tickles his tongue. And I look him in the eyes and laugh.
Awesome. Let's see. One of the hobgoblins is smart enough to grab the staff.
I'm revealed at this point. It
Yes.
is clearly Cliff now. I am no longer him. I have the hunter's mark is concentration, so the ruse is over, even if it looked like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They
Grab the
dash.
staff, huh?
They do.
Damn it. Of course they did.
Dashing north, past the edge of the burning building. And you can see them already start to angle like they're going to move around behind the building. Next in the order is Lokag.
Okay. So Lokag is going to, as this goblin slashes this feeble blade across his breastplate, he takes a little damage, but he's going to rear up, and he's going to attack with the hand axe and with the dagger flipped around. It's both at the same time. So he's going to plunge them down, trying to get the collarbones right beside the hobgoblin's head. So I'll roll the hand axe attack first.
All right.
Recklessly, of course.
Of course.
It seems reckless to use them both at the same time.
And quite showy too.
Yeah. So that's
28.
a 28 with the hand axe.
That's definitely going to hit.
So that'll be 7 damage there. And then the dagger's coming down as well for a 22 to hit.
Also going to hit.
So that'll be just 2 damage of piercing from the dagger in his offhand. And he used the poison, and I don't remember. I don't have that on my sheet right now.
2d8.
2d8 of poison damage. I can do that. With an additional 10 poison damage. Does he need to make a constant?
It's not going to save him. You can feel free to describe or pass. What happens as you connect with both strikes?
As he connects with both strikes right at the base of the neck, he hits that one artery, and it's just like a fountain of goblin blood. Just, and he's just going. He's so angry, and he's gonna use his. Let's see. I mean, I think that is there anyone left alive on the ship, enemy wise?
No.
Okay. Lokag is then gonna just breathing deep. He's gonna start heading down into the ship to see what's up with if there's anyone alive down there. But keep in mind that he's gigantic and covered in blood, his own and goblin.
Maybe you can find that captain.
Nice. That is who I'm looking for.
Well, you find to put it mildly, the mangled corpse of what seems the captain. You see a lock of silver white hair and that gleaming chainmail, but some of the rings have been sort of bent and misshapen by the blast itself. It's surrounded by a pile of hobgoblin bodies and parts of hobgoblin bodies. It looks like a few of the townsfolk actually got caught in the blast, but only a couple of them. Below the deck seems to be empty, but you can see, at least off to the north, crates and kegs that have been undamaged by the explosion.
Okay, awesome. I'll start heading that way.
Okay.
But I want to be kind of wary, just in case any goblins are hiding under the ship. So I'm not going to just, reckless abandon.
Okay, so you're moving in slow and looking before you leap, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. So you move up and get as much around the hole as you can. It's sort of like a curved line. So you can kind of get up to one side of it and look a little bit underneath you. Nothing moves, but you do see more, at least back behind the wreckage, some more undamaged crates and barrels. Yeah. Next in the order is Clifford.
Awesome.
North.
Just one quick thing, bookkeeping with the blinding blade. Would I have blinded some of those guys when I did the op attack, or is that something that's kind of only part of like a regular
It
attack,
only
or-
blinds the target that you attack.
the target? Got it. So he doesn't even see his own death. That's disappointing. Hopefully he sees my face first.
He sees the blade coming for him,
Good. That's what matters.
and then as it hits, he's blinded and killed.
Awesome. And dead. Yeah,
Yeah.
not just blinded, but even worse.
Yeah, permanently
Dead.
blinded, in fact.
I assume this guy has the staff, the guy in the front there.
Yeah.
So is this like a 5-foot space? Is it like kind of not much room? Is it,
You'll be moving up to the edge of the burning building, and you'll take some sort of like chip damage from the fire.
Okay. I just want to be able to get an op if he's trying to go there. Is this only 5 feet wide, or is it 10, or like is that a viable spot there?
Yeah.
Okay. Then he'll get on fire if he tries to go that way a little. So.
Okay.
But
So
I'm
yeah,
happy there.
either you're slipping past the other hobgoblins and triggering attack of opportunities from them, or you're taking fire damage as you skirt past the edge of the burning building.
Yeah.
So which one?
I'll take some fire damage. It's much cooler taking some fire damage. But hopefully, then at least I'm not there next round, so I won't get too fucked up.
Pretty hot.
Good.
So you take 8 points of fire damage.
I have absorb energy, which I will use. It's my last spell that I can use, so I will use it. So that means I'll take 4.
Okay. What's your current total at?
Total what? Spells?
Hit points.
Hit points. Oh, very good. It's at 30. I've barely been hit. I took that 1 hit point, so 35. So now I'm at 31. Yeah?
Let's see. That was 8 fire damage.
Yeah, so I take half damage because of absorb elements.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
it becomes 4. And my rapier is now flaming with fiery, flaminess.
Is that? I'm not sure that it is though. Unless you, I don't think you have some special ability for that, do you?
The spell, unless the spell changed in 2024. Let me see.
Oh, right, gotcha.
Yeah, you still,
Excellent.
Yeah?
So
it powers you up.
Yeah. For the next, on my next turn, the target takes an extra d6 of flaming damage. So
Okay.
yeah, it's blue flame. It's like a giant big lighter right now.
Nice. So you move into position. Do you make any attacks, or what do you do?
I had to use my dash to get there.
to get there,
As
okay.
much as I'd like to, I can't. I've got my shield up. I'm ready for action.
Okay.
He can't attack. Nothing else I can do with the bonus. So, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I was able to do this. I can use my bonus action to transfer my hunter's mark to this guy. So
Okay.
He's got my hunter's mark with my bonus action. That's it.
All right. Put that skull and bones for the hunter's mark.
There we go. Perfect. All done.
Meanwhile, let's see. Wynn, sort of looking over, she nods sharply at Lokag, and a grin on her face. Bonus action. They move to. Well, let's see here.
Oh.
And I think they're going to be a little bit out of range for their. Yeah. So, Do you all make any suggestions to them as they're sort of moving forward, attempting to get up close enough to make attacks with their crossbows, bow and
Close.
crossbow?
I'd close the distance as best they can, I guess.
Yeah, I'll probably just get up there.
Oh yeah, they spend their turn moving then. And that is them. Next in the order is X.
Okay, I will move, and then I will bonus action, rogue cunning action move
Okay.
with a dash.
Nice.
And that puts
So
me
speedy.
within 100 feet, so I've got range with my heavy crossbow.
Yep.
I will try to shoot the guy in combat with Clifford.
Nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
A single roll, but if it hits, it'll be sneak attack. 18
All right.
is their AC.
Nice.
18. That can't be right. Oh, that doesn't have sneak damage.
Nope.
Okay.
A D6.
Damage.
Total of 8. That's sort of that bolt buries itself, penetrates the chainmail at its shoulder, and before sort of vanishing again. Does X say anything during all this?
Not this time. Nope. Just silently doing some damage.
All right. Next in the order is Helena.
Think first. Just gonna. I guess I'm just gonna move, recollect. I don't see any. Oh, we got those guys up there.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are the only ones.
Just afraid to stick my neck out there after swatted down twice. I'm gonna move up closer to X, be kind of like backup. I'm not sticking myself out front. If I can reach them from there, which I can't make it up too much further. There.
The light crossbow, that's going to be outside of your basic range, I believe. Let me double check again. So yeah, any rolls will be at disadvantage.
Well, I mean, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, you've been rolling nat 20s all night. Let's see if you can roll 2 of them at once.
All right, that'd be funny.
A 13 is going to miss. It sort of whistles, or that sort of shaft of light appears over its head.
She still has bless.
And you still have bless.
Oh,
Would the bless work?
Yeah.
maybe.
Go ahead and roll that
D4, maybe.
This is definitely
Yeah.
a chance.
No.
Unfortunately, that 14 is going to miss. Helena's lost a lot of blood this combat.
Yeah.
The adrenaline and blood loss probably getting to her.
Helena and I are in a very similar state right now.
Let's see here.
In rough shape.
Your rats can continue to move.
They will. They will, as far as they can north.
60 feet if they dash.
Okay. Right there.
All right. Does Helena say anything?
No.
That's all right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, y'all are all probably panting and out of breath. What does Millie do?
Millie is gonna dash up here next to X. Does anyone... does anyone who's coming up out of the water look wounded or injured at all?
No, they just look like some of them can't swim very well. They're terrified. But some of the better swimmers have brought some of the weaker ones in, and people now are starting to swim away from the boat. People people are starting to help each other onto the docks. No one looks like they're floundering or drowning or anything like that. Anyone that's a poor swimmer is being helped by at least one other person.
Oh, and that is me.
All right. All right. Charging forward. Let's see here. Then next, it is the hobgoblins. One wielding the staff throws the staff to the others. They dash north, in between two sort of smaller warehouses, rounding a corner. The one closest to you, though, turns and attacks Clifford. A 22 to hit.
Hold on. No, that'll hit. That'll hit.
Okay.
I don't see anything to the north. There's stuff to the north here?
It's the edge of the map, but yeah, there are some more like smaller warehouse buildings, and of course they're moving uphill a bit.
Is there any kind of reaction I can do when he's throwing that staff? If he's throwing it past me, is that like an op attack to?
No, he doesn't move out of your range, so.
Okay. Oh, I didn't realize. I thought the only way they could go was to the left. I thought that was the end of the map. All right.
It's not the edge of the world. It's just the end of the map. There's
Gotcha. Okay.
Any map will just only show what's on it, and there's more of the city, of course, beyond. So yeah, off the map, there's like smaller, one-story, like 15 by 20 buildings. Dashing
we'll go theater of the mind from here
That's
on
right.
out, as we go. Okay, gotcha.
And as they sort of charge off, they dash. They're 30 feet round a corner, and from here, the chase will be on. But the other one turns and attacks you for a 22. Fortunately for you, none of its allies are close by, so it's just going to be the 4. That's not.
Ow.
Sorry, it's 4 slashing damage, not piercing.
Right.
Talk about the wrong attack. And it moves around, sort of trying to block your view, forcing you to step around it, and hopefully for it, getting an attack of opportunity on you. So let's see here. So what is
Someone got
Lokak?
the keyboard going. Someone's using the keyboard.
Yeah, Pon, could you mute while you're clickety clacking for us?
Yeah, sorry, usually I do.
Yeah, it's unusual. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. And so, what does Lokak do or say? As you continue to probe the hold of the ship?
So I think I'm going to use some of my time here to, like, I don't know. I'm just looking for survivors, townsfolk, anybody that's down in there. I'll continue pushing through some of the crates. Maybe see if any of them are labeled or open already.
Okay. So you jump down the 5 feet into the first sort of layer of the hold, maybe swinging down by your arm and dropping down, and you definitely smell like some of the crates have already obviously been burned. You smell cooked food. Other crates are labeled with cheese, salted pork. Some are labeled with hides, skins, perfumes. You see one that's iron, several like sort of buckets full of nails, all sorts of trade goods. A lot though, there's a good amount of food in here. But other supplies and valuables.
That's really good. So, I'll push into the hold as far as my movement will carry me, and just kind of, I'm just kind of exploring the ship at this point.
Okay, do you go north or south in the hold?
I'm gonna go north towards the stern of the ship.
Okay, so you come to what was a wall, and you see the remains of a door, but it was all partially destroyed by the blast. There's a small chamber beyond it. You see several small casks strapped onto shelves on the wall. They all look like fine booze. And bolted to the floorboards is a iron-bound, heavy chest. This looks like where the most valuable stuff on the ship was stored.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll an unarmed strike on one of those barrels of booze, getting a crit, and I want to I want to smash into like basically just honk hark one of these things off of the wall, smash my fist down into it, and just start drinking.
Well, as you pour from this broken cask, it's pouring over your face, it's burning your wounds, it's burning your throat quite nicely. It is a very, very fine aged whiskey.
Lokag has no idea the difference between aged whiskey and just whatever.
Tastes like booze to Lokag.
Like, yeah, just whatever kind of booze he's drank before. Maybe he does note this tastes a little bit better than what Baba Brune, usually has in his tavern. But he's drinking. So he's drinking it like it's ale. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing with my turn.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. You all can kind of hear Lokag stomping around. You hear him break something. And no one's really close enough to hear the glug, glug, glug sounds of Lokag drinking. Let's see here. Now, as we're getting sort of close to the end of the session, I'm going to sort of block out the initiative. And what is everybody planning on doing? What is Clifford planning on doing? Is this one hobgoblin is, still right next to you, ahead of you, blocking your way? The others have dashed off to follow them. We're going to be engaging in chase mechanics.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do an attack first and then start following them, or if I have to just run right away. If I can take this guy out first, I will.
To keep up with him, you'd probably want to dash, which would risk you an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, to get. Oh, so I need to dash to catch up.
Yeah,
then
dash.
I'll take my chances. I think what he'll do is, he'll. That's his plan. He really wants to make sure that staff doesn't get taken away, and he's expecting he'll get some backup from his little ratso friends.
Okay.
And X, he knows X is there, and everyone's behind him, so he's fine with chasing these guys down. And he'll leave a nice trail.
Okay.
But
all
this
right.
is just 0 right now, so I'll get the detail later.
As you turn to dash, one of them swings at you for a 6, which misses. And old Cliff races off, belying his age, and all the complaints about his aching joints that you all hear when you all are going down to bed.
Now, I could conceivably fire at them, right? I could move 30 and take a shot at one of them.
You could, but your hobgoblins, the ones you're chasing, would get a bit of a lead on you.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get in front of them so I can off them again if I need to. So, with my full move, I should be able to get in front of or at least I'm locked in with both of them. So, yeah, that's what he'll do. He'll take his chances. Okay. He's gonna base both of them.
So, awesome. Cliff races out of sight in between these two buildings and disappears around the corner.
And I have a bonus action which I will use to eat a piece of cheese. I'm gonna need it. What's the hit points on the cheese?
Just one hit point.
Oh, that's not that useful. Oh, I thought it was gonna be more than that. Never mind. Sorry, I'll save the cheese.
It's all right.
Looks
like my mouse died just in time. Let's see if we can get a few more.
You can move your hunter's mark again.
That is true.
I could. That's a good point. Yeah, sure. I'll move it on to the guy I'm basing.
Okay.
Good call. Thank you.
The one that's the one that just attacked
Whoever has
you.
the staff. I just follow the staff. Whoever's got the staff is got my ire. There's a hot potato. It is a hot potato.
Well, my mouse has just died. I cannot move Tar and Win, but they will essentially dash right after you move in their 90 feet. And I think this is where we're going to pause for the session.
Oh boy.
How does that sound to everybody?
It's fine.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
All right. So as Clifford, you sort of race off from the smoking wreckage of two buildings and the ship itself. Tar and Win coming up after you. And likely your allies giving chase or working to assist the wounded. Just checking in, quickly with X. What is X going to do? Is he going to give chase? Help some of the townsfolk?
No, X is going after the staff. Allowing these goblins to have such a thing is just an abomination. So X is not going to relent. And with the movement that I've got, I can always run these guys down.
You can get
bonus
up
action
behind them.
dash.
Yeah, but once
But
you
I'm
get
just
up to
saying-
them, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, go ahead.
In a long-term chase, I can always move 70 feet and still have an action.
Oh, absolutely.
I will be hunting these guys down until they drop the staff or die, trying to get it
The
away.
end of the world.
Nice.
So that's X's plan is to hunt down the staff for sure, 100%.
All right, what about Millie?
I think with seeing kind of a chase beginning and not really having any way to catch up in a way that she can assist them, she'll turn her efforts to helping people get out of the waters, maybe trying to get the people over from the island and all that. And then see what efforts about getting people back to the square with any goods or anything we can get from the docks here.
Okay. What about Millie or Helena?
Oh gosh.
Keeping some new ratlings from drowning, helping Millie to help the townsfolk, or give chase and help support your allies and getting the staff back from the goblinoids.
I feel like I should go where I'm most likely not to die, but I'm still useful. I'm not sure what that would be.
You got all week to think about
Yeah,
it.
we can always decide next session.
Yeah, it's that I'm torn.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's we are.
I like the sound of the staff. I mean, that's where my instincts are going. So but Helena's instincts will get overridden if she's bleeding enough.
Fair. All right. Well done. That was quite a fight now, moving into a chase. Doesn't look like it's going to be very long, but the hobgoblins aren't going to give up this very important prize. They likely have orders to keep hold of this should their enemy fall. But with a big combat, several sessions long, lots of moving pieces, people dropping and being raised back up, those good cheeses came in super clutch, as did those healing potions that our Mythlanders unlocked over a few sessions. So good job, everybody, players and viewers, making all that happen. Heck yeah. So let's check in and see how the session was for you guys. There was lots of awesome moments, swings and misses and stuff, lots of crits, and a good amount of nat ones on the Dungeon Master's part. All that really works out in y'all's favor.
Nice.
So,
Well done.
DL, any thoughts for you on the session?
Yeah, it's it's nice to be down to the last few hobgoblins. It was a heck of a fight. Spent a lot of resources just keeping people up and going, and I think in terms of heroic fantasy storytelling, I think this has been pretty heroic combat for our heroes. So good stuff.
Heck yeah, man. That rogue cleric combination that X is really super handy, being mobile and getting in there and being able to drop those ranged heals, drop those sneak attacks. Like, really, really cool to see X work in combat. Pon, how about you? Any thoughts on the scenario, the big combat?
Oh man, I don't know how we're still going. I'm pleased and impressed, and I'm not ready to part with Helena myself. So I'm glad that we didn't end on that note. But I was starting to wonder. I appreciate how intense this was. And the fact that we're still able to move through it, to me, I guess, through my experience of learning about D&D and knowing what it takes to have a good fight, I'd have to say this has probably been one of the best, because just being so down to the wire yet still able to conquer it, like my hat's off to you. That probably isn't easy to balance. I don't know much about that, but I imagine.
there's some tricks for sure. Like, for example, full disclosure, the large number of hobgoblins was in large part to make the situation scary, but never did I expect you all to fight both those massive groups. There was the explosions and stuff left in there. There was some other, there was other ways that the fight could have gone, but it was never, unless you all ran right in and got all their attention. It was never I had never designed the scenario for you to fight all of those hobgoblins. Just a certain pretty surprisingly large number of them, because you all are very capable. And say again.
In chat's begging us, please run away. You need a long rest. You need a long rest.
Oh no, y'all are going for the staff now. At least a good number of you are. Lokag though is already looking over loots and looking over the fallen inside. So to you, Big Bri, any thoughts for you on the scenario? How was it for you? In character moment.
Listen here, kids. I want to talk to you about the fight we just had. Lokag is he was two failed death saves. We whisper them to GM so no one else knows. I was one failed death save away from your favorite character being dead. But
Wow.
I'm here. Buy me a beer. Just kidding. I have so much booze. You guys have fun with the staff. I am here. I'll watch the ship. Okay. Great session, everyone.
Awesome. Thanks, Bri.
Beautiful.
Nick, thoughts for you?
Yeah, good times. I mean, I love taking out bosses. It's my jam. I had a lot of fun just pretending to be somebody and nobody knowing, and it just worked out perfect that he got that, where he couldn't talk.
The mute effect.
Just the fact that he couldn't warn everybody, and he knew it was me. I felt like the woman in Game of Thrones, where tell him it's me. I gotta be Diana Rigg right there, just killing him and saying it at the same time. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that.
That's a good moment for sure. I love that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'm having a great time.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jay Fink, how about you? Any thoughts on the scenario?
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. Starting the scenario as unconscious, especially.
Not always the most fun, for sure.
But I had faith in something either happening. The only failed death save I got was from the earthquake. Being tossed around like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, taking damage while you're down.
I was very, very impressed by the fact that almost every other roll was a success. As Millie's not known for rolling well.
Yeah, one of them was pretty shy of a nat 20, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got an 18 and then a 13, and I was like, oh man.
Yeah,
So
2 away
close
from
to
coming up with 1 hit point.
Insta-stabilizing, which would have been very interesting. Would have made for a very interesting story, I think. But yeah, just having, Elena and Millie just kind of crawling next to each other, over each other, to try to take on these hobgoblins. And like, I was ready when you came around the corner. Like, I was ready. I have 1 point left of lay on hands.
Whoa.
That's it. That's all I got. So I was ready in case either Lokag went down or Helena went down again to try and get there. But for us, it's probably best to not need to roll a death save since they stick to a long rest. So we did the right thing.
Yeah. That was an intense combat. Used like a lot of y'all's resources and dropping and raising. Definitely the biggest combat in this game, and at most of my tables is probably the largest number of enemies and moving parts and such. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next session. You will all sort of helping deal with some of the townsfolk and getting them out of the water. maybe finding out where Palin scurried off to. A few of you chasing down the remaining hobgoblins, and very likely getting that staff. Unless, of course, they run into allies who may or may not be hidden nearby. But all this and more we'll find out in future sessions in Goblin Stone. Thank you, Mythlanders, both players and viewers, for being out there. And guys, giving our players tips, unlocking those healing potions. Super useful and super fun. Yeah, as always, I'm DM Feanor. I run sessions throughout the week if you're looking for a game. And let me see if I can find it. Oh, yeah. If I can... Oh, streaming mode. Well, I'll put an update on our channel. You should be able to find our Discord, find me on Roll20 and start playing games. Any of those, or message me here if you want that invite to the Discord channel, and you can give our players even more excellent or terrible ideas throughout the week and help them plot and plan against the difficulties and the vicissitudes of the Goblin Stone. But you all take good care of yourselves. Thanks for being here week after week. Yeah, get some rest, drink some water, hug the ones you love, and get out there and play your story, my friends. See you all next week. Say goodnight, Mythlanders.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
That was the last good night.
Well, they can still hear us because my mouse is dead. So give me just a moment to fix all this.
Batteries?
Goodbye again. I don't have batteries in Erebel.
No, they don't. Note to the Dungeon Master, have your extra batteries on your desk so you don't have to do anything.
Isn't everything powered by rats and wheels?
Yes, and I can't stop the rats. You can never stop the rats.
Can't stop, won't stop.
He's got the mind to build a land. Every creature, spell, and grain of sand to Arabelle where life was grand. He brought the stone, now take a stand. Maps and dice, he lays it down. Are we enough to save the crown? A twist of fate, a roll of chance. In Feanor's domain do stories dance. Come join this world where magic flies through caverns dark and open skies. His crafted dreams for us to roam, an epic quest to save our home. He speaks with voices old and wise. Goblins roam and heroes rise. With every turn a new surprise, brought to us to fantasize. From dusty tomes and ancient lore to battles fierce and treasures more, you've got a place, an open door. Adventure calls you can't ignore. Join Feanor's world where magic flies through caverns dark and open skies. His craft